Hi everyone, this is Wendy from Pasion eBike. It is my first time to do live show and I have been very excited. I have been waiting this day for 5 years. It is Pasion eBike first live show. Choose e-bike, choose a lifestyle.
After having made an electric trike with 2 models taking advantage of an overboard, an electric bike over 60 km per hour, and several bikes with gasoline engines. In this video, I will show you how to make a homemade electric scooter. It is the fastest thing I've done. It reaches about 70 km per hour, even some things more, and has an autonomy up to 100 km. And not only that, it is great, very fun. The first thing was to get the base, a scooter with 26 wheels that was in the same state as a rusted fence. Because of that, I had to restore it. I made a couple of videos where I explain in detail how to electrolysis to remove the rust and then how to restore it completely. From painting it with a good primer, always raised in a little budget, to changing some parts and renewing others, like the wheels that were to throw them away. Then, after investing work and money, it was, in my opinion, great and it also worked well. But of course, it was still a normal scooter, and to take a walk in front of your house, it is cool, but to places, not much. It was very slow.
Assume you already have a bike and you want to convert to e-bike, but you do not know how to do it. So let me help you. We have a lot of video on our YouTube channel, Pasion eBike. And in the YouTube channel, we teach people how to convert electric kit and how to choose the best e-bike battery, and also the electric kit installation tips. In the video, we show you how to install the disc brake, how to install tire, and how to put washer. And some people will need to know how to short circuit the LCD display, because some of them do not want to use LCD display, and some of them do not want to use throttle, and some of them just do not know how to handle all the cables, because it is a lot of cables. We will show you how to do it, so follow us.
My idea from the beginning was to put an engine on it and make it very fast, or at least make it reach a decent speed. Using 26 wheels, the task of finding a good engine was much easier and cheaper, because it is the standard on bikes. The only thing is that the separation between the axles where you put the wheel was smaller than normal. Normally there are 135 mm and here there were 100. It is easy to solve, since the front wheels of a bike are that size, so I only has to ask for that, a motor kit for the front wheel. This has its difficulty, since normally in the front wheel we do not put powerful things, because the fork can be damaged, so it cost me a little to find it, but I will put links in the description. The best thing about buying a kit for this type is that it includes everything prepared and ready to install. The engine mount on the rim, the camera, the tire, the screen, the accelerator, everything. It includes up to the last piece and even suppliers. The tire doesn't come mounted since the box would occupy more, and due to the measures it's been more expensive to send it. But it is as simple as changing a puncture, which I guess everyone has done. Usually I use an Allen key with insulating tape to avoid scratching the rim, and in about 5 minutes you have it inflated. The drawings on the rim are stickers. If you don't like them because you are making classic style scooter, for example, they can be easily removed. The rim in this kit, which is of better quality than usual, it painted in black and is super resistant. But I didn't know what color I was going to get, so I left a black wheel and another gray when I restored the bike.
It can fit different bike, mountain bike, road bike, cruiser, or track, or some special scooter. And before buying it, you need to check the tire size on your tire. So many people ask me, hey, what is a good size for me? So I will show you. Wait a minute. You know, when you have a bike, you will have a tire. So every tire have the size on the tire. So just find the right tire size label for it. So you will pick the right size for it. And for motor kits, people always say, "Hey, I want front motor kits. Do you have it?" Yes, we do. We are professional e-bike producer. We have front motor kits, but we do not put it in our store because we think it is dangerous for such big current. If you without the best fork, it will be dangerous for you. So if you need front motor kits, you can send message to us and send a fork for your bike. We will give the professional suggestion for you. And now let me show you what is included in our motor kit. First is the controller. Wow, very big one. It is very big. You can see a lot same controller in the market, but the inside will be different because Pasion e-bike uses the best MOSFET for controller. It is 4110 MOSFET. You can Google it. You will know it is the best one. And in summer, we always suggest custom to install the controller outside the bag because it is too big current and sometimes it overheat and will cause short circuit. So we have solution. With this, we have two pieces to install the controller on the frame. You can fix it on the good location on your bike. So these two pieces, it will be included. And you see, it is just a disc brake. No, it isn't. It is a Shimano disc brake. Our size is 160 millimeter disc brake. I mean the diameter. But if your size is special, just you can use your original disc brake. If the size is not for you. And this, blah, 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 it is a throttle. And in the motor kits, we put the throttle, it with key, because much safe. But in our store, you can find a twister throttle or thumb throttle. Thumb throttle also called trigger. Yes, trigger. So just choose the right throttle for your habitant. And this is the pedal assistance for motor kits. And some people have the special crankset, and this normal pedal assistance will not fit it. So contact us before if your crankset is special. And Pasion e-bike motor kits have two modes. One is pedal assistance and one is electric mode. So you can choose. Some people do not install pedal assistance. It is also okay. So just do what you want. Now comes the brake lever. It is the newest from the big company now. It is called U9. So many people know this company. And this is very solid quality. So you can see this is the brake lever collector. And the cable is 140 cm. So very long. Now comes the very normal one. It is the display. So I will show you the collector. This is the collector. It is normal standard white collector with 6 pin. And in our store also have the LCD display on sale. So we always tell custom, if you want to use this display, you need to have a KT brand controller so it can compatible, or because the communication protocol from every company is different. So keep in mind. And this is inner tube in the motor kits. For different size motor kits, we have different inner tube. So do not worry, you will have the right one. And for this you will need it. It will make your e-bike very clean with this we call bridle. Now comes this one. So many people do not know what is this. What is this for? Do not have it in the menu. Okay, let me show you. It is to collect our motor kits and battery. The other side do not have collector because we do not know what is your battery collector. Because some people buy battery from local and some custom OEM their own battery. So this to collect our controller one side, and this side we do not put any collector. So you can do what collector you need. And if you buy Pasion e-bike battery also, we will put another side. So it will be plug and play for you. And some people will ask, hey, what is this cable for? This cable is to protect your motor and controller when short circuit occur. This cable is very, very, very useful. So keep in mind, this is the best one. Okay, so let's go this. This is grip, very comfortable. So 1, 2. And Pasion e-bike also put some these cables, so you can tighten any cable if you need. We put around 5 pieces in motor kits. I think it is enough. And this is spare fuse. We put 2 pieces in motor kits. This is never throw it. It is important when the fuse is broken. Just replace it will be okay. So here, the tiny piece. So you see all Pasion e-bike motor kits. You will think, hey, it is just like the cheap one I see on the website, on other websites. No, it is very, very different. Controller is different. Our tire is Maxxis, and our rim is all from Sunringo. Other cheap motor kits, the rim is around $2, but our rim is more than $50. So it is totally different thing. All the tiny piece you see, we Pasion e-bike is the best one. And we also upgrade our products every day. You know, we have the best engineer in this field. And in the next coming months, Pasion e-bike will have waterproof motor kits now. So many people expect it because in European country there is a lot of rain, and people just afraid the controller will damage it and motor will damage if the rain is very big. But Pasion e-bike solve it for you. I will show you how wonderful the waterproof motor kit is in next live video. Let's see it.
Many people asked why one of each color wheel, because I didn't know what color I was going to receive. All that was left was to remove the rear wheel, the aluminum color, which didn't match in this case. It goes with fast spin. You open it, disconnect the brake, and take out the wheel. No chains, no gears, nothing. It's a super simple scooter. Here it is necessary to put the wheel with motor. And watch out, because if you put it backwards, the scooter goes backwards. I say this because it happened to me. Holy shit, it goes backwards. So before you put the wheel on and squeeze it, make sure it goes the right way. I haven't seen any indicator that days, forward or on this side, or things like that, like on car tiles. But well, maybe there's one and I haven't seen it. Another important thing, which seems stupid, is the placement of the washers. There is a flat one that goes inside, and another with flange that goes outside, with the slot where the hole is, so that the wheel moves when it turns. Then tighten the nut. I would tighten it a little, then climb on top so it stays well put, and then finish tightening it. It also includes some plastic pieces, which apart from decoration serve to avoid scratching the bike if you leave it on the ground. Here is where you can start to put the rest of things and remove them. For example, I didn't want to put 2 brakes on it because one was going to be enough, so 1 brake excluded. The pedal sensor, it doesn't have pedals, so out. The first to accelerate and the key to starts. You jumper it and you don't need keys. This way it has less things, less weight, and less complication. I removed the accelerator first because I like the first in brown leather. They looked very good. And put trigger accelerator, which is much simpler and like the one more electric scooters carry. I bought it separately, but it is cool and worth it. It is €5.
So after show you all the motor kit details, now let's show you what is the battery difference for the cheap one and the best one. Here, first we can see in a lot of websites, people will see you can choose a lot different collector for the battery, and we will tell you the best collector is this. It is XT990-S. It is a female collector, and it is anti-spark, so it is very, very safe. And you see, Pasion e-bike battery is totally different now. We asked one Italian designer to design a sticker for us, and we really love it. It's just the first sample sticker, but it looks amazing, isn't it? And for each battery, on the billets, we will put an after-sale code. It is called unique code, because each battery have ping-an insurance for each claim up to 2 million compensation. So you will always be safe if you get our battery. And so many people ask us, what is the battery? What is the good battery to choose for my Pasion e-bike motor kits? 48 or 52? Okay, now let's tell you. Both will fit. But in United States, people want faster speed. So they choose 52 wattage maybe 5 years ago. So in United States, 52-watt battery is very popular. But in Europe, people will say, hey, your motor kit is 48, so I want 48 battery. No. 52 watts will also fit. So do not worry. Both will fit. And now comes to the most important part. So many people see so many links on ALIEXPRESS, on Amazon, on eBay, and so many websites. Under the description, they say our sale is 18650 sale. Hey, what is this sale? What is the brand? No brand. It is just the size for the sale. So if it is sound familiar for the sale, it will be good, such as Panasonic, Samsung, LG, and this is a very big brand in China. All is import sale. Because if you use the made in China sale, we call it 18650 sale. It will be very short for the battery life. And sometimes it will cause accident. In the past 5 years, I have heard at least 3 fire cases for the bad battery, and some custom buy our motor kits and buy others cheap battery. And when they have accident, they will come to me. Hey Wendy, help me! I catch fire for my e-bike. I do not get any compensation from them. How can I handle it? And then sometime I will call the supplier and tell them the truth. I say you need to take care of it because custom is in the big risk and dangerous for your cheap battery. And sometimes I succeed and custom get compensation. But this is what I want to do because I never want to see it happen to anyone, especially the one who get our motorcades. And if you want the fastest speed and long range, you will need to choose the 52-volt battery. And people will say, what if the ample is good for me? Your hailong battery is okay? Yes, it's okay, but the range will be short. It's about 25 kilometer range if you use our hailong battery. And if you want more range, we suggest our poly battery. It is 17.5 Ah, and also you can choose our triangle battery. We have two kinds triangle battery. One is 20 Ah and one is 30 Ah. It is very long range. With the poly and the 20 Ah battery, the range can be 45 kilometer, and with the best one, the 30 Ah battery, the range can be more than 62 kilometer. In this way, it is very good for you to go to work and off work if you are not far away from your office. So I really want to advise everyone, when you want to get a battery for yourself, you will get what you pay for. And if you just choose the cheap one, the risk is very, very big. So for the battery, we have some professional suggestion. If you 3 times do not use the e-bike, and please remove the battery and put it in a safe place. It is very important. And charge battery every 3 months, because if you do not charge it in 3 months, if you do not use it in 3 months, the battery life will be short. And some customers after catch fire and they become very, very nervous. So some of them also build a shed in their yard, if you have a yard, because I know so many in Europe country people have a very big yard. It's my dreaming life. So you can build a shed in your yard, and maybe just in a separate place is okay. And when you do charger, when you charge battery, it is best have some people by side, because it is very safe. If no people, when the battery charge have some accident or get fire, will no one notice it. So for safe consideration, please go to our YouTube channel and search how to choose battery tips. Pasion e-bike teach you all.
Now comes the most important part of the installation, where you have to invest the money, the battery. The better it is, the more it'll run and the longer it'll last, in kilometers and in years. This one comes with its case. It's removable, brings a USB to charge the mobile. A battery meter is very good. The most important thing is the cells inside. Make sure they are first brands. If they sound familiar, they are surely good ones. And then that each cell has the largest capacity possible. Panasonic, Samsung, or LG. In the smallest space, you put more battery. The screen and all that matters a little bit, so I am not going to name it. I continue with the battery. Another thing you can do is take a 48-volt engine and a 52-volt battery. With this, you won't only go faster, but you'll go at the same speed more time. This is a 48-volt battery. When discharged, is going to make you have less speed. But one of 52-volt is going to be as if it was always charged. Before mounting everything on the bike, it is best to check that everything works. In this case, it worked and it reaches up to 72 kilometers per hour. With a 48-volt battery, it would reach 60, like the bike I made.
By our Spain custom. Spain is a very big market for Pasion e-bike, and the market is keep growing every day. So all Spain custom is the Pasion eBike's VIP. You know, we finally know the video is taken by one famous YouTuber in Spain, and we feel so excited. And we send a message to all customers from Spain and ask, hey, do you know who take this video? And so many people respond, wow, why Sachet take a video for you? It's amazing. And after talking with so many customers, we know the background story. Why Sachet buy a lot motor kits from ALIEXPRESS, and finally he think Pasion eBike is the best. And under his YouTube, I see some comments. Hey, Pasion eBike's motor kits. When you see it, it is very normal, just like other cheap one. But when you touch it and when you receive it, you will know it is amazing. Yes, it's amazing because all the details makes it so different. So it is just a luxury motor kit. And in European country, we want to build a tiny warehouse in next year, because in this way, people can have motor kits very quickly, and also the battery. So the overseas warehouse is very important for our VIP customers, and it will be a big step for Pasion eBike also. We always try to find the best way to run our company well, because Pasion eBike today is a name on Facebook and on YouTube and on ALIEXPRESS. So we want to keep going because we want to thank all our VIP customers. And in the next year, we will have a lot new products online, such as a scooter and special e-bike. We worked with one Italian e-bike designer. He's just a genius. His e-bike is, when you see it, you will say, wow, it's masterpiece. We have known him for 5 years, and we are very good friends now. So we will open Italian company with him in Italy, and all the European countries can get our motor kits and battery very fast, and you will have very good after-sales service from our Italian partner, because he is very professional for e-bike. He's not just a designer. He also can repair everything. I mean, Hall sensor, controller, motor keys. He can handle everything well. He comes to China every 2 months, and we meet every time. So it's just like an old friend. So Pasion eBike will have a very big movement this year. So let's see.
Actually, all comes connected, but to pass the cables it's better to disconnect them. You can put some labels not to make mistakes later, but each connector is different, so I see it complicated to make any mistakes. When we pass the cables, the most important thing is that they don't touch the wheel. That's why I put some bridles so the cables goes out, so it doesn't rub with the engine. I wanted the cables, the controller, and all to be seen as little as possible, so the idea was to put it underneath. But since the bars were too close, the controller didn't enter. It was too far out. The solution I saw was to open it and to see where there was space left. As there was enough, I cut it with a radio to make it a little smaller. The first thing was to cut this part of the anchorage, so that it doesn't touch the area of chassis through which the brake cable passes. You can really make 2 cuts and then fold that plate, or make a lot of cuts and then file it, so that it stays as if it has never been there. On the side, to make it narrower, as it has some lines that works as a dissipator, you can fire all that, or directly cut into L and it became smaller, but careful with piercing the box. I made a small hole, a crack, which I then flushed with the tin, the hole, and that's it. It doesn't have to look good, just don't let in the water or the dust, which could spoil it later. When I did that, the controller already fitted in, so I put a little tape, not to leave it like that, but to see how high it was, how close the floor it could be, to see if I would hit stones. But a pair of glasses fitted and the exact measure was a small paint can, so it's enough. To hold it, I didn't use tape, but look advantage of the screws on the board where you can put your feet. The pieces that hold the brakes cable still protrude a lot and annoyed, so I cut it, not at all, but in half. So with the radio I made another line in the middle to pass the cable through there. I wasn't breaking it, but making it better. By the way, these sparks in forged in fire seem not, but burn a little, so better wear gloves and things like that. Because I was without a shirt and they burn, but little. After that, the scooter was still braking the same, badly, but braking and the controller was super well anchored. I could lift it, drag it, and even hit it with stones, which I've already done.
When you receive our motor kits, when you open the motor kits parcel, and you will see, wow, a lot of cables, how I handle all these cables. Do not worry, we have a solution. Because, when we first to convert my e-bike, we will think it is very difficult. Because if it is your first e-bike, it will be very new for you, for everyone. It needs skills, and we are not mechanical. Not everyone is mechanical. I am not mechanical. I'm not. So when we see all the cables and all the throttle, Mr. Controller, Mr. Pedal Assistance, Mr. Brake Lever, and Mr. Cable, in our mind, it must be a mess. But do not worry. Other people have a lot of video to show you how to handle the cables. And when you take care of all the cables in your mind, you will think, hey, I'm genius. And you will think, I can do everything in this world now because I just converted my first e-bike. You can see, it is amazing. Yes, you did a great job. It is amazing. Okay, so let me bug you again. Once you receive Pasion e-bike motor kits for the controller, remember, put it outside the bag in summer. It is top important. And it is a friendly reminder from your friend Wendy from Pasion e-bike. So you will think, if I put controller outside the bag, the bike will be not that clean. But I want to tell you, safe is most important than clean. And e-bike is very high technology stuff. It always looks cool, even with controller outside it. So do not worry. Time to convert your first e-bike, and you will know how genius you are. And all your family and your friend and your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and your fans will think, wow, you just did a great job. So start it. It is not too late. And for transportation, it will be very easy. With an e-bike, you can go anywhere, no limit, no any route situation will be okay. And you will enjoy. It's like you will be like a fly. You can fly because the fastest speed can reach 72 if without load. It's crazy speed. But some people will say, hey Wendy, I want faster. I have a normal bike. I want 100 kilometers per hour. I will say, no. Your frame will never bear such big current. Even in market, there is a lot 3,000 watt motor and 5,000 watt motor and 8,000 watt motor. It's crazy word, isn't it? Because when you ride on that big motor kit, it will get you fly to the cloud. So just be careful. Safe is the most important thing. If you want the most watt e-bike, you need to choose the best enduro frame. So keep in mind, put controller outside the bag and choose the right motor kit for you. If you have RockShox or fork, you can choose front motor kits. We also have torque arm for you for front motor kits. For rear motor kits, you do not need torque arm because it is very safe. If you never fall down, if you do not want to fall down.
Then the cables are many. And on top of that, adding the battery and all the things, I was adding more cables. That I said, where am I going to put this? Well, you'll see. To put the battery anchored without much movement, what you can do are 2 drills as if it were a bottle rack. I didn't want to drill the chassis, so I put some bridles. You'll say, wow, some bridles, that's shit. Well, yes. But then I applied, between the support and the chassis, a little of transparent silicone to avoid vibrations, and it holds very well. Now we remove the cuffs and the standard brake. The new one we are putting has also another electric cable, which acts as a power outrage, so you cannot accelerate while braking. As a security system, remove the cable from the old handle and put it in the new one. In addition, the electronic cable has to be taken down to the controller. Thanks you will remove the fists. You also put the, trigger, which is the same as an accelerator fist but pressing with the thumb. The 2 things are secured with an Allen screw. However, I put a little tape on the handlebar to avoid the metals from rubbing. This way there's something in between and the metal isn't scratched. The cable, as I said, have to be lowered down to the controller, and the same with the screen, which is plastic piece that has no misery or need to remove the fists. You put it, tighten the screws and down. However, as your handlebar is probably thinner than the support of the screen, we must put some rubbers so the vibrations doesn't make it move. It's cool. I thought that being plastic, it was going to move a lot, but no, it holds well. Then this, which are 3 buttons to turn on and increase the assistance. Although well, the assistance here doesn't assist. It is simply to accelerate, but this is what increase or reduces the power of the engine will deliver. I always put it to the maximum and that's it. When you have all the cables passed and in place. For example, the main power was so fat, it cost me a lot to pass it and I had to open it. The ideal and highly recommended is to test again that everything works. Just like before mounting everything, because sometimes the brakes cables can make bad contact, or one cable is short-circuiting with another. This happened to me once and I had trouble figuring out why. I recommend that, check it, even if it's second. And when you see it works, leave everything well installed.
When you choose the best e-bike battery, and you will receive the charger also. On everyone's website, the charger is only a small photo, and you will never know, is it good? Is it not good? You don't know. Only when you touch it, you will know how good it is. So from our video, you have already know we have the best charger for the battery. For our poly battery, we use 2A charger. In the future, if people want to upgrade to 3A or 4A, also okay for our poly battery. We have this option. Just need to wait some day. And for triangle battery, 20Ah or 30Ah, we use the 5A charger now. It is very fast. And our charger is almost the best quality in China now. So when charge battery, it is very safe for you. Safe is very important. So after you have seen more than half our life in our life room, you will know, actually convert an e-bike motor is not that hard as you think. The cables can take care of, and the controller have solution, and all the other parts will have the best destination on your bike. And the most important point I want to specify with everyone is the real dropout issue. mostly standard bike rear dropout is 135 mm, and for some cassette bike the rear dropout is 145 mm. And people will always ask me, "Hey Wendy, what is the right motor kits for my bike? My rear dropout is 135 mm, and my bike is a cassette, is 8-speed or 9-speed." If in this case, I will always suggest to go with our standard motor kits. It is a freewheel 7-speed motor kits. Because if you are professional and you can stretch the frame from 135 to 145 mm, but it is actually not easy. It needs some special tools and it needs human force. So ignore it. Just go with the easiest way. I mean, choose the 7-speed freewheel motor kits and set your rear derailleur. Set the speed to 7 speed for your bike is okay, because it is the best one. It is the most suitable one for your bike. And if your rear dropout is 145, okay, no problem. Choose our cassette motor kits. It have a special link for it. So share with us for all the details before you placing the right motor kits and battery in our store. We always will respond to you timely for your AliExpress message, and also on our website, send www.pasionebike. It is 1s.com. You can also send an email to us, and we will reply you also. Every day, I take care of the messages and the emails. Some people will say, "Hey, Pasion eBike is so poor since they cannot hire a custom service." No. It is because it is very hard to find a professional one who can answer all the professional questions. So I'm a full-time worker for Pasion eBike for all of you, because this is we want to make everyone satisfied with all the answers. If I just hire some young one just graduated from school, she cannot handle it well, and you will say, "Hey, Pasion eBike's custom service is not professional, and I do not want to work with them." No, I never want to see this happen. So me, Wendy from Pasion eBike, is always be here, work for you at any time. Also, if you want to find me on Facebook, just search Pasion eBike. In there is 2 S, Passion eBike. We have a Facebook group, and people also ask a question here. And so many people have e-bike motor kits from Pasion eBike communicate in our group. So just join us, Pasion eBike, Passion eBike on Facebook. And when you are in our group, and you can add my personal Facebook, I will add you back.
By the way, looks at the amount of cables. And I took the cables and put them through this tube, leaving only the final part I needed. So the pile was reduced and occupied less. This was already admissible. Then, to avoid it rubbing against the round, when it was circulating, I put a cover on it. I chose polycarbonate not only for its properties, but because it was what I had left of this size at the garage. Basically, it is a piece of plastic in layers that can be cut even with a cutter, so you make a mark with a marker. So I used the jigsaw because it leaves a better finish, but you could do it even with a kitchen knife or razor. To leave the hole smoother for the nuts, I did it with this, which is a drill which makes the hole larger each time, and I made it to the frame's measure. It was super tight and doesn't need to be screwed or anything. It was very embedded and didn't move. But of course, trust that it would hold after going through bumps, and also the water was going to get it. So I applied a silicone thread which I smoothed with my finger to make it waterproof. In addition to being super aerodynamic, as if they were the bottom of a car. The last detail was putting happy plugs that fit very well, and the only thing left was to charge it to maximum and go out to test it. By the way, the charger is the best I've seen. Metal, solid, like the source of the computer, makes no noise. They have global insurance also, and has a green light to know when it is charged, that the battery also has it. I also put a reflector instead of on the wheel on the chassis, not for safety but not to see that piece of chassis. That I think is to put the side stand. The brake shoes didn't work very well. If you pass them a lighter and you make some cuts, they work quite well. Even though the best thing is to change them, I will do it. But I wanted to finish it and go out to try it, because I've been with this for weeks or even a month, and thinking about the project even more. By the way, I put the battery a little higher because the base is small, and so I could put the foot underneath.
So when you have an bike and you want to convert it to e-bike, and in your mind you need to consider one question. What is the best speed I want? Fast speed is all I want. Maybe not, because some custom is old age and want to be safe, and some custom think it is dangerous on street because police will stop them. Hey, you ride too fast, just stop. And so on our YouTube, we also show the video how to set speed limit on e-bike, and by the instruction you can set any speed you want for your e-bike, and no matter what is the speed you want, we always send our reminder. The safety is the most important thing, and even passion is needed in our life, but safe is needed also. So it is very important point. Okay, so the life is going to the last part. So let me show you again our Pasion e-bike motto. Wow, it's very heavy. It's a big stuff. You see, this is our Pasion e-bike logo on it. And for all the Pasion e-bike motto, the inside stator and the Hall sensor all has been upgraded. And also the spoke, we use the very high quality one. Okay, it's so heavy. Put it back. Okay, unbug again. For battery, choose the best one, because you will get you will be safe, and you will get warranty. Warranty is very important. All Pasion e-bike battery warranty is 1 year. And choose the most suitable collector. It is XT90-S female collector. And with the sticker, when people see it on your e-bike, they will see it's very cool. The battery is very cool, and it is very different as others. And in the past years, we do not have battery sticker, and so many custom, Pasion e-bike, old custom and friend custom, they say, hey Wendy, send me some Pasion e-bike logo. Any logo is okay. I want to stick it on my bike, because when I ride e-bike outside, people always say, hey friend, where did you get your e-bike? I want one also. And they say, I want more people to know Pasion e-bike, and I hope Pasion e-bike can be a big brand in the world someday. And Pasion e-bike someday maybe have some rider group in Europe and in America, in Russia, and maybe in the future in South America. So we can build our dream together.
The rear tire is different. Apart from being fatter, it's also mixed and it gives a good grip on any terrain. Looks how it tires to grab when you burn well. Braking is not its strong point, but even raining, with wet ground or in the zebra steps that are super smooth, it brakes decently, and if you jump while braking, it works a bit as ABS. The turning radius and agility are surprising for being so big, even though it's the same size as a mountain bike. You can turn around in the narrow street without problems. The resistance to the water well, I haven't had any problem when really I can't say more. I won't throw it into a lake or things like that. Not will I go through the water because the controller is too low. In principle, just because of that, it should be a scooter designer for city to go by smooth road. But I've practically only used it by field, by land, and I haven't had any problem. And it runs. We are going at 60 kilometers per hour or there. It's nice, isn't it? I also lent it to a neighbor who had lent me his motorbike when he bought it, and I told him, try this to see if it runs or not. It's like a train, you need the whole street to brake, man. His opinion in short was that it runs a lot, but it should brake more for what it runs. Solving that is as easy as putting some front brakes and new brake shoes behind. Even so, I've gone through the countryside, to places where I haven't even gone with mountain bikes. And this is partly because with the electric model, you don't bother the animals. You can approach a horse, have it on the don't have to endure the noise of an engine, which soon becomes annoying. At least to me, when I go on a motorcycle, imagine in this, not only you don't pollute nor disturb, but you have a speed that goes up the slopes, even skidding. And if you're a dig burning well, you don't even need a side stand. You accelerate, and in a second, it nails itself to the ground. But how is possible? This urge is like a brake. God, it does have power. I already liked it once restored, using it with a foot because it went very well. The big wheels make you go very smooth, comfortable, and even if without suspension, you don't feel the pumps. Now with the engine, I think it's the best thing I've done. Also, the aesthetics is still beautiful. It reminds me of the rest mods they do to cars. There is one thing I've also changed, which is the way to record. Instead of going behind with a camera, which I usually do, and then people see me and recognize me and say, hey, I saw you, blah blah blah. Thanks to this, you not only have this video, but following ones with more entertaining scenes. We can leave all this, we can make drawings, a happy face. Alright, we are subnormal. Let's cover it up, otherwise someone will stumble for sure right here, that's it. You are gonna do it again. I think I'm going to take it, it isn't very good there. I thought it ends up in the river and I record how it goes over there.
If you want faster speed, and choose Pasion e-bike motor kits, because the fastest speed can reach more than 70 km per hour and without load. If with load, I mean if you are on e-bike and the speed when you ride it on street, it can reach more than 60 km per hour. It is very fast. And the last important remind from Pasion e-bike, set speed limit for your safety consideration. If you in the night or in some narrow road, so safe is the most important thing because your every people's life just one time.
This can be tricked for sure. Okay, no need. What a low power without load. Max speed is 72 km per hour. How to open the battery? I'm fucking pushando. I'm pushando. Now time to take a ride with the scooter. Goodbye, duck.
So when we started Pasion e-bike, and we received so many feedback from different customers from different country, and when we overview our feedback every time, I feel very touched because people send very detailed feedback and with their e-bike photo and open box photo and everything. Sometimes they always, thank you, Wendy. You make my life very wonderful now with your e-bike. And wonderful life is what they want. And we want everyone have Pasion e-bike, have a wonderful life. And people who in our live room will be attracted by our banner, the cruiser, the white one. Okay, let me tell you the story. It is designed by our Italian designer, also my friend, our partner, our Italian boss, and he designed the e-bike. He also designed so many other wonderful e-bike. He's just a genius, as I said. So in the future, if you want any special e-bike, I mean OEM luxury e-bike, contact me. I will pass the information to you so you can have your own special e-bike. You already have some people on Facebook asking me, hey Wendy, I want that cruiser, pass the contact to me. Okay, no problem. So in the end, I want to thank everyone to stay with us for the live because it is my first live and I feel so excited. So it is a special night for me. It is 3 a.m. here in China now, but I just like get up, very fresh day for me. So follow us on AliExpress store and you will get extra coupon. And message me your story with your e-bike. You can get extra spam. And if you have very good e-bike story to share with us, we will send a special e-bike gift for you or your family if they want to convert their e-bike also. So in the end, I want to thank everyone again. Thank you very much. Thanks for staying with Pasion e-bike. Thanks for all your support. Without your support, without Pasion e-bike. And in the end, so I want to welcome all the distributors join us. If you are mechanical, if you have e-bike store or bike store, and if you are YouTuber, and if you want to start your own business, and if you have independent website, and you are very famous in your circle, in your friend circle, contact me. We have very good policy for our distributor. And the most important thing is that Pasion e-bike can OEM all your logo for your motor kits and battery if you are distributor. So it can protect you. And for our long-term business, it is very important. So we have all the resources to back up you here in China. There is a saying in China, once you have a Chinese friend, you have everything. So I want to say, Once you know Wendy, you have everything you need in China for your business. Because in China, everything is about relationship. We call it China philosophy. So thanks again, and I look forward for our next live show with all of you. Maybe on Facebook, maybe on YouTube. I try to learning because the world is fresh every day. Thanks for everyone, and have a nice day for you all. Follow us on Pasion eBike AliExpress store. Get extra coupon.